Hi, everyone. In order to use this form right here, the clinical teaching placement wrap-up form, you'll come to the website, and this is an evaluation that you can use that we've put together. It's kind of a form. It's taking the place of the mid-evaluation, and so instead of a mid-evaluation, I want the university field supervisor to be able to use this wrap-up form in order to wrap up each placement that the clinical teacher is going to be in. So if you may have a clinical teacher that is only in one placement for 14 weeks, and if that's the case, you'll do this at the very end and you can wrap that up, or you can use this as a midpoint. So once they've been in this 14-week placement for 7 weeks, then you are able to go in and do a midpoint wrap up that says, hey, in your next 7 weeks, maybe this is something that you need to work on. In a 7-week placement, this gives you the ability as a university field supervisor to go in, go through this form, and make sure that they understand exactly what needs to be worked on in their next placement, or what were their strengths in this placement. And so this form gives you an easy way as a university field supervisor to show them, give them that, and kind of make a wrap up so they can move into their next placement. This isn't, if you want to, a lot of university field supervisors will have a meeting with the cooperating teacher and the clinical teacher and kind of go over this form and do a wrap up. If you need it, you don't have that kind of time, and you need to do it digitally, this is a way that you could do it digitally, send it to the cooperating teacher and the clinical teacher, and they can have their own meeting over it, kind of talk about it. But this is just a kind of a form and a documentation to help, and an evaluation that helps your clinical teacher know, hey, what are my strengths and my weaknesses? What am I looking at a midway point? And so you would only do it. So if they have 2 7-week placements, you would do it at the kind of close to the end of the 7-week placements. And then if you have a 14-week placement, you would definitely do it at the 7-week placement. And then you don't have to do it at the end if you don't want to, but you could do it again at the end. So it's up to you as the university field supervisor. I just was trying to find a way to incorporate some kind of easy way to kind of wrap up and do a talk and that kind of thing from the university field supervisor. So the way that you would use this is you would come in here, you would click on here, you would open this. This should open up for you. You will either download it or you will open it with a Google Sheets. So it's completely up to you how you want to do that. I'm going to open it as a Google Sheets. So how we've used it is it has pre-made objectives already in there. So if you wanted to take that out and delete that out, you should be able to delete that, and the P will go away from over here. Let me look. Yeah, there we go. So what it has is this is the accomplished, proficient, not applicable, developing, needs improvement. This is a way that you could look at your clinical teacher. This is exactly how we, go over. This is their form. So what we've done is we've made a drop-down menu in here. Actual Dr. Manuel has done this for us. This is a form that he's put together, and then I've just adapted it into a wrap-up, so we're grateful to him. But you can go in and choose one of these, like it's not aligned with the TEKS. Like maybe your person has troubles when they're planning doing standards and alignment. They're not aligning them, with what needs to be in there. So you can click that. It's going to automatically populate this for them. So that's a developing. Okay, you can go in here and you could click a period. The period is, it's going to have that. They have different forms for each deal. So, maybe in this one, instructional, they're appropriate, then it's a P. If they're not, then it comes in, it's inappropriate, it's an I. It needs that. So these are already in there for you. There's all different ones. They're all different on each deal. Don't get freaked out if it's just a period. like I know in this one, if I just chose the period, it'll come in as that's a P. That's just an easy way to be able to go in and do that. These you're not able to really edit. You're not gonna be able to type in here or edit those things. Where you can type and where you can edit is here. You can type in and what the teacher's strengths are, what their weaknesses are. You have that ability in there, okay, to be able to edit and put what you want inside here. We tried to make this form easy. This is an easy way for you to go through, put those little simple things in there. And you might even say, hey, this one right here is what you're really struggling with, this and this. You don't have to fill in each one of them. So that's how you would use this sheet. And then you have the ability to either file, you can download as a PDF and send that to your people as a PDF, or you can also share it right here. You'd want to do share and find. You would want to come over here to more, make sure it's on the public web, which it is, and then copy this link and you can send it digitally that way as well. So it's up to you how you want to send that, but I feel like this is an easy way to wrap up and do a wrap up form, okay? All right, and then all of that is placed inside of the Clinical Teaching University Field Supervisor website. So you'll be able to find that. That should help. This should be an easy way to do this. Thanks for listening. This should help you, and you'll be able to watch this video anytime you need to know how to use this form.